Even Roy Jones was forced to lean back. Even Roy Jones was forced to lean back.
What up, y'all? It's Coffee, tapping back in with another one, man. Even Roy Jones was forced to lean back. Y'all remember that, right? That's a classic banger, man. New York, man. Almost brought Ja Rule's career back, kind of, right? That was after the 50 Cent massacre, you know what I'm saying? In the case with the feds and everything with Murder Inc. That was a banger, man. Jada, Joe on there killed it. Ja's verse was fire. He told 50, take off them silly chains and put back on your wire. I'm on fire, Holly dipped in octane. That was a banger, but I'm getting off track like I do. And then we know from that ended coming Piggy Bank, right? 50 had to get at everyone on that. And then in a sense, I guess we could kind of say the Game 50 Cent beef, which kind of came from that, but not really, you know what I mean? Reportedly behind the scenes there was already some like negative energy between them, but you know, Game went on the radio talking about he wasn't gonna diss Fat Joe and Jada. He fucked with him, you know. But get into what we're talking about here, man. Fat Joe spit that on the you know, New York track. That bar about Roy Jones, and we all know Roy Jones came to see his ass.
I've always wondered, and lean back. You said even Roy Jones is forced to lean back. What did that mean?
They didn't mean nothing. It meant that Roy Jones had recently, he was like the undefeated champion, and then he got knocked out. So it was a line towards like even Roy Jones is forced to lean back. Like Lean Back, the song was so powerful, he even leaned back.
He approached you at one point.
Yeah, I don't think I regret it. I don't think I regret the bar, right? But I do regret that, you know, I was cool with him and he felt like I disrespected.
Oh, you were cool with him before that?
Yeah. He felt it was wrong. It was wrong.
Now, correct me. I remember I read a story that said
he came to beat me up.
He came to beat you up.
In real life.
He's not that big, though.
No, he could knock you out. He's the champion of the world.
He was the champion. Well, he's the middleweight champion of the world.
He could knock you out. I'm not a boxer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So Roy Jones came to knock out Fat Joe.
Okay.
Had his getaway plan and everything. He got the motherfucker was gone in half a minute.
Hit you and then bounce. Okay.
Man, I had to tell him, please don't knock me out, man, Roy.
Y'all hear Vlad talking about, well, he's not that big really, right? he's only the middleweight champion. Like he's like, yeah, but he'll knock your ass out. Vlad was trying to gas him up to say something crazy there or something. Like, come on, man. You heard him. I'm not a boxer. You let Roy get loose on you, it's over, man. Like, I just can't quite understand what Vlad was pointing saying that there was. You know what I mean? Like, comment, y'all, if you agree with that sentiment. But peep it. This is like old news, right? The old story, we've all done heard it. What did that song come out back at that tail end of 2004 or early 2005? I can't recall. But there was just a recent update to this story, and it came from no other spot than one of the dopest channels in the hip-hop space on YouTube, in my opinion. I've said this on numerous videos. Math Hoffa TV. All the dope interviews lately. What do you have? Omar Epps on there, Tretch. He had a nice interview with Vlad even. And so much more. Like that platform is just lit. They're really dropping some fire content. Math Hoffa's killing the game. But and Joe, he just had Fat Joe on there, who they had to ask him about this story again. You know, when Roy Jones came to see you. And just like in that Vlad TV clip that I just played for y'all, and he spoke about it numerous other times on BET, everywhere. He always tries to keep it a buck and let the world know he's not ashamed to admit he was scared of Roy Jones Jr. You heard him. He had an exit plan. Like, yo, Roy, it's just a bar. That's what he was saying on this Math Hoffa interview. It was just a bar. You know, a bar's a bar. And listen, that was a powerful song, Lean Back. It really was. That was another banger. But what he shared with us this time around that he didn't before is that there was someone else on the scene who wanted to see Fat Joe get fucked up and was trying to gas Roy Jones. Yo, Roy, fuck that. Don't let him live. Do him dirty. Knock him out, champ. It's your world, champ. Put him to sleep, champ. And that was none other than Chopper. Remember? Chopper style. Chopper style. And if you guys recall, Roy Jones, what's his record company called? Was what? Like Bodyhead Entertainment. And he had that group, the Bodyhead Bangers. Remember, they had that song that was always on BET Uncut, that I smoke, I drank, I'm supposed to stop, but I can't. Do it big then. Do it big then. That was a banger, man. Remember, he had the Young Bloods with him. He had Magic with him. Chopper. Officially online, when it's listed who the members of the group was, it was Roy Jones Jr., Magic, Chopper, Snapper, Bone Crusher, Attention. And I guess there's still a group, apparently, but now it's only Roy Jones, SM Bullet, and Miss Candy. I don't know. Like, comment if y'all ever tapped in with any of their music. Of course, we all heard that song. The song was a banger. The video was fire. Man, whatever happened to the Young Bloods, too? I was really fucking with their music. Who was it? Sean Paul? I can't remember the other dude, right? He said they call me Mr. Herringbone because that's my right-hand man. But anyways, Chopper was rocking with Roy Jones, was a part of his group, and I guess happened to be there at the time when Roy Jones bumped into Fat Joe and said, yo, what's this talk about? You was saying I had to lean back? I'm about to lean your fat ass back, Fat Joe. About to tap you on the chin and put you to sleep. And man, it's crazy looking back on Roy Jones's career, man. You see some of these little gifs and clips of him. He was in there having fun in the ring, winding up. You know what I'm saying? All the head bobbing, jumping around the ring. Like, Roy Jones was an exciting fighter, man. But like, for all the boxing fans out there, am I tripping? Or didn't he try to move up weight classes and that's when he started leaning back, or what? But Vlad's still tripping, talking about he ain't that big. He ain't that big, Joe. But that's what Joe was detailing over there, speaking about this story again on Math Hoffa TV, that he was trying to tell Roy Jones, because apparently they had a relationship before this. Like, they were cool, they fucked with each other, and he was like trying to talk him out of it, but at the same time he was grabbing his hands. He was trying to, hold his hands, because obviously, he's a boxer. You don't want him to start moving them hands around. You're going to be leaning back. But during it all, while he's trying to tell him, hey, man, it ain't like that. It was just, that's how powerful my song was. But still, I feel Roy Jones. Like, comment, guys. Do you guys feel Roy Jones feeling a bit disrespected by Fat Joe's bars on there? Because it's not like Fat Joe was just a rapper he didn't know. They were cool. So, I don't know. I kind of get it. But at the same time, it's just music. I don't know. Comment with your guys' thoughts. But in the midst of all this, while he's trying to talk him out of it, Chopper was in his ear. Joe was like, you remember that dude, that Chopper style? Chopper style? He was in his ear, and he just wanted him to see me get done dirty. Y'all ever know someone like that? Like, anytime there's any kind of incident, confrontation going down, it could be not that serious, but they're, yo, fuck him up, or yo, he said this, or, we call them gas up artists, right? And there's an old saying, when someone's gassing up the wrong person, who really ain't built like that, gas him up, pick him up. Like, you got to be the one to pick him up after you put that battery in his back, gassed him up, and got him dropped. But obviously, we know that wasn't the case with Roy Jones Jr. here. The champ would have did Joe dirty. Even Joe admits it. But I don't know. Just comment and let me know if you guys ever know someone like that. They just can't wait for the violence and the scrap to go down, and they will say anything they can, to hype it up, pump someone up, so Ish gets active. But man, so apparently that's the kind of individual Chopper is, or Choppa. And yo, I don't know how I missed in researching this video. I mean, of course I remember the Chopper style song. I remember it was all over 1 and 6 in Park. It was getting radio play and all that. But like, somehow I missed that the dance took off like that. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I thought it was a it was an alright song. Wasn't really like my style, my type of music I listened to or whatever. No disrespect to it, but I didn't even fully realize it was a dance. But apparently it took off in football, in the NFL, in college football. You see, there's one little snippet I'm sharing here where it's talking about, LSU takes Choppa style to the bowl game or whatever. And I mean, it makes sense that it was huge with New Orleans being that he's from the NO. But man, I swear I missed that all these players were doing it on the field and that the Choppa style dance was that big. So Choppa was, I guess, kind of ahead of his time when it comes to that. As we know, there's different kind of MCs. Some MCs are all about their bars, but sometimes that don't sell as well. To the diehard hip hop fans it does. But what I'm trying to get at is a dance song, whether it was lean with it, rock with it, snap with it, pop with it, Superman that hoe or whatever that is gonna go viral even before going viral was a thing. So I guess Choppa was kind of ahead of his time with that. But and I guess he put out a remix version when the Saints won the Super Bowl. I bet you Lon remembers this very well. He's gonna be like, Coffee, how did you not know about that? I mean, I don't know. I was way up in a different section of the country, you feel me? But there you have it. I thought that was rather funny that, Choppa wanted to see Fat Joe get knocked the fuck out. Something interesting also that they talked about on Math Hoffa TV was the possibility of Fat Joe working with Chris Rivers, Big Pun's son. As always, anytime Big Pun's name is mentioned, as I truly feel, his name doesn't get mentioned enough for what a dope MC he is, I'm sorry. R.I.P. to Pun. He still is a dope MC. His music still stands. His catalog is still the truth. But, we always hear of Big and Pac. Big Pun, super talented. He really doesn't get mentioned enough. And, obviously, Fat Joe is not cool with Pun's wife or his son or whatever. But apparently, Fat Joe shared with Math Hoffa that he wanted to work with him at some kind of tribute show or something, maybe for an award show. I don't think he specified what event it was. But they were going to, perform some songs. And he wanted Chris Rivers to do his father's verses. And he said, yo, I'm with it. But then when the day came, he canceled on him, and I guess Ma Dukes wasn't having it. But what do you guys think of that whole situation? Like, do you guys think Fat Joe was really out here stealing from Big Pun and did the family dirty or what? I want to hear in the comments. It's a tricky situation. I remember within the last year, someone came out with some claims that they had hired like a forensic accountant that's, got down to the bottom of things and said that there was royalties that was supposed to go to Pun's family that never went there, and he was able to recover some of the money for Pun's wife. But all in all, whatever the truth is, however anyone feels, I'm sure everyone can agree that it's a damn shame. Like, I feel like Pun's son really, I hope to see him blow up one day, and carry on his father's legacy. It's kind of wild. Like, Biggie's got a son that can flow too, but I don't think any of the, Lil Soldier Slim's got a son, or Soldier Slim's son, Lil Soldier Slim, who else? There's someone else out there that I'm forgetting, but like all the next generations, the sons of these dope MCs, it doesn't seem like their career is really going anywhere. Oh, Lil Nate Dogg too. Like, what's the deal? We want to see, I don't know, comment. Do you guys think any of these next generation behind these GOATs that I'm talking about, do you think that any of them are dope and that they will blow up? Let's talk about all that below. But that concludes this video. This has been another episode of J Coffee Talk. Let's talk about it all in the comments, man. Choppa wanted Fat Joe to get put to sleep. And Pun's son and all these other hip-hop legends, do you think they'll ever get their shine on? Are they as talented as their pops? And was Fat Joe stealing from Pun? Let's break it down in the comments below. I wonder what song they were going to perform. Yo, what's your guys' favorite song I'm talking about what song they were going to perform where Pun's son was going to do his father's part. Best Fat Joe and Pun collab, in my opinion, Twins. The deep cover 98 or whatever it was, or 97, with the deep cover beat where they were going back and forth. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Where he's like, right in the middle with little Whittly, who wasn't doing diddly. And what you say, it'll be a cold day in hell before I take a L. That song is just, I play that all the time, man. Not to mention the video was lit. You know what I'm saying? Snoop made the guest appearance. You know, they're trying to find out who the informant is. They're in the projects. They're in the Bronx. Like, I don't know. That just is a classic, man. So let me stop talking and end this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.